People who make themselves public nuisances with overgrown lots will be given less than a month to clean up their act. A resolution on the issue was discussed and passed in the lower house of Parliament today.
Property owners will only be given 21 days to clean overgrown lots. This has been made clear by Chairman of the Joint Select Committee on Environmental Issues, Tony Moore. She says they received 6 written submissions and 3 oral presentations from the public, suggesting owners be given as much as 30 days to rectify the issue. However, she notes appeals can be made in exceptional cases.
I do recall the Ministry of Health pointing out in that meeting the time frame that it takes mosquitoes to breed. And if there is a concern with dengue fever or some other health situation that will be the result of mosquitoes getting into the atmosphere, just as an example, that the 21 days for which a property owner should have to clean is not intended to be punitive, but you're trying to arrest the issues that relate to health or that will undermine public health.
Ms. Moore adds the committee is satisfied property owners will have enough time to remedy any breaches before penalties are applied. And she's commended those who took matters into their own hands to clear some of the overgrown lots in their communities.
That was also a big consideration because, as we said before, there isn't every property owner that might be aware that there's a breach on his or her property, and we satisfied ourselves and the bar and others that came before us to engage us that the time frames in the end were not unreasonable given the broad comprehensive view of things as unlike what was previously considered.
Meanwhile, Attorney General Dale Marshall, who led off debate on the resolution, has described the habit of littering by some Barbadians as disgraceful. He says the report contains several proposals which show there are Barbadians who support the protection of the environment.
The report itself contains a number of excellent proposals made by Barbadians who are keenly in support of the protection of our environment. There are some people, Mr. Speaker, who seem to believe that the environment doesn't matter. We still have Barbadians who litter in a way that is really disgraceful. One of a site that I saw in Bathsheba only on Sunday was litter all over the place.
The Attorney General points out that as much as the government does its part in ensuring the country is clean, citizens are obligated to keep public spaces and their environs clean. Rachelle, Agard, CBC News.
In his contribution, Opposition Leader Ralph Thorne says he agrees with the recommendation that the Environmental Protection Department be governed by its own piece of legislation to fully carry out its remit.
And to pass comprehensive legislation, and to not in passing that comprehensive legislation, give power to the Environmental Protection Department. It is a department that concerns itself, I think, with deep scientific matters, pollution, the causes of pollution, and the attempts, and the necessary attempt to curb pollution. That's a very important department, and it does not reside in the consciousness of Barbadians from day to day. They hear the letters EPD, they don't care what it means, but that is a department that really is in a position to determine the future of this country in a very real sense.
All public schools.